Hi, I'm Heather Campbell, Executive Director of the Advocacy Center. I want to tell you a little bit about what's been happening in our Youth Services Program and our Child Advocacy Center. So our youth service advocates have been really busy the last few months. During the pandemic, we've supported 24 youth who've been interviewed in our child interview room. 3/4 of those interviews have happened in the last 6 weeks. So that surge in need that we thought we would see this spring is also happening in our youth programs. This has really highlighted the need for us to move forward with planned upgrades to our child interview room. So for those of you who are less familiar with this part of our work, what is our child interview room and who uses that room? So the child interview room is a special room in our community that is used when children or teens disclose child sexual abuse and a report has made to law enforcement or child protective services. And so the child then can be interviewed in a child-friendly, neutral location by law enforcement, by child protective services, and other professionals such as district attorney or law enforcement or CPS who are not involved in that interview can observe. So the hope is that we can reduce the trauma that's experienced by children and teens when they have to be interviewed after a disclosure, and that the other professionals can observe the interview but not have to re-interview that child. So again, reducing the trauma for children and their non-offending family members. So we've had an interview room in our community since 1989. It's been in a county building. We've really outgrown that space, and we had planned to move our interview room from its current location to an expanded location in our administrative building at the end of this year. But the COVID crisis has really forced us to accelerate that plan. And as soon as some wiring is complete, we're going to be moving the child interview room to our administrative building. The new expanded suite will have a family-friendly waiting room that's going to have comfortable, kid-friendly furniture that can also be fully disinfected between use, which is of course really important right now. And this furniture is really thanks to some generous donors from the Community Foundation's donor-directed funds. We're really grateful to their support in identifying that this really is a need we had. We're going to have a larger and more functional observation room for our multidisciplinary team members who may be observing an interview, and a larger and updated interview room that really importantly has enough room for appropriate social distancing, which our current room doesn't have, because the safety of our clients, the safety of our MDT members is really important. We know that interviews have to continue throughout the pandemic if a disclosure happens, so we want to make sure to do everything we can that those interviews happen in a way that reduces the trauma for children, but that also increases the health safety as much as it can. And so these changes, as well as our comprehensive services for youth, the support groups, the case management, the advocacy, happens because of the support of our community. Kids Are Business is our largest fundraiser of the year, and it's a fundraiser that focuses on our services for youth. And we really are going to need your help this year. Kids Are Business is usually a really fun breakfast that happens in the early summer. We obviously couldn't have a breakfast this year, and we really need your support with this virtual event. So please click on the links below if this is something that you would like to be a part of help supporting. Help us spread the word. Help us make sure that children who are abused get the support that they need and they deserve. Thank you so much.